Chat, Rev.
The game's ready to start now. I've just been given the go-ahead.
Yeah, cats,
Alright.
to be honest, might win, I think.
Cats. All right. Wolfie, who do you reckon?
REPOI.
I reckon report.
Alright, so we have cats and REPOI. Two very strong teams, okay? So basically we got cats with the Ohio, Kremlin, Des Moines, two Napolis, Stalingrad, Shimakaze, Kavros, and Ragnar. We got the Montana with the in the Kremlin on the other team for REPOI. Des Moines, two Napolis, Moskva, Stalingrad, Giri, and Shimakaze. We got a Karbrosk. Now, folks, the Karbrosk is a good ship. Trust me, it has been used very well in this battle, in this game mode, and anything can happen, will happen, and it is a bloody good ship if used for this sort of map, in particular. And I have seen Vor have pulled it off, so anything can happen, folks. So, alright, so looks like cats are not effing around. They're basically moving in and basically breaking formation and taking a chance to early capture A and C and D. That is their plan at this stage. They're breaking up formation pretty quickly. Looks like REPOI, on the other hand, are actually moving in position. They're actually starting to send the Giri and the Shimakaze working together at Charlie. The Moskva and Des Moines is actually going to Bravo. And the Stalingrad, Napoli, and Kremlin are moving hard as well. The Montana and the Napoli are moving hard in the middle there. So anything can happen, will happen here, folks. So it's actually a very good opportunity here. So, yeah. So anything can happen, will happen in this battle. Alright. This is a pretty full-on match, folks. Anything can happen in this match. Torps are in the water. They're out there right now. Wow, this is intense. Anything is in play right now because like I can see an interesting turn of events. What is going to happen here? I don't know. You tell me. This is an interesting gameplay. Cats are moving hard over in A. That's predicted. REPOI is actually doing the same thing. They're going to push hard over in B. We've got a Shimakaze is actually taking a point over in Charlie. And over here, well, we have a lot of people working hard at it over at Delta, which is a cat. So anything can happen here, folks. Alright. This is an interesting tactics here, folks. Torps are all over the place, but they're cutting on short over in Charlie. So that's alright, anything can happen. Wow, this is like a fantastic match here. Ooh, interesting. REPOI is actually making a series of torps into Bravo and Alpha areas, so cats are just playing it safe, so unreal. It's like anything can happen, will happen in this match. Okay. So what's gonna happen here is that Charlie's been taken by REPOI, Delta's been taking cats, Bravo's been taken by Alpha's been taken by cats. Torps are coming in towards the Demoy. Can a Demoy escape those Torps? That's a good question. Looking good so far. Yes, he's done it. Okay. Alright, so there's an interesting heated up battle coming over here. The gearing and on the REPOI team being engaged by the Cabros and the Shimakaze. Alright. Wow, that is unreal. Torps are coming in into the REPOI, and the gearing's taking one torp, and oof, that's gotta hurt. Okay, so the Shimakaze and the Cabros are really got the gearing on REPOI on in the belt right there. Let's see what's gonna happen over here. I mean, like, looks like the Montana and the Napoli are not doing much on the REPOI team. But it looks like the Ragnar is actually making a move over towards the Charlie. Nope, not at this stage. But anything can happen here, folks. There are a lot of torps and gunfire going on over here over at the far side of Bravo. Looks like the Cabros, Shimakaze, and also Napoli are really belting the Napoli and the gearing in this area here. Unreal, folks. This is fantastic, this battle so far. What are your prediction is, folks? Do you think cats or is it REPOI gonna win? Make the call. So this could go either way. This is unreal. This is a good prediction here, folks. I mean, like, we got a prediction up and go ahead and join in. So anything can happen. Torps are going in the water here, so it's pretty free full on. Anything can happen, will happen here. So anything is going on. Looks like a lot of torpedoes are going on both sides. Wow, this is unreal. So REPOI is actually making a move here. They're actually kiting. But it looks like REPOI is actually playing it smart. They're actually focusing fire on the right targets together. But the Stalingrad is actually broadside to this side over here. But man, it's like anything can happen, will happen. Wow, there's a lot of torps coming in. That's actually pretty good. Looks like anything can happen on this side, folks. I mean, like, there's a lot of gunfire right here by both sides. What's going on? That REPOI is actually holding the line, and they got torps incoming to them. So anything can happen, folks. This is pretty intense. So anything can happen on both sides. Unreal, folks. This is one fight you don't want to miss. Alright, so anything can happen here, folks. I mean, like, so it looks like REPOI is actually just hanging in the corner over here. And also KOTS as well. So KOTS is actually holding the line on D, but REPOI is making a bold move to push hard on D. And looks like nothing's made to counterattack them yet, except the Ohio and the Napoli. But the Ragnar's focusing over at Charlie right now, so anything can happen. Ooh, there's a lot of gunfire everywhere over at Bravo. And look at the REPOI. REPOI just got taken Des Moines with a torp hit. Damn, dude. That's just unreal. So it looks like REPOI is struggling here. They got a bit of a problem here on both sides. They got torps everywhere. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. All right. Whoa, this is actually pretty intense because it looks like the Shimakaze is making a move and the gearing is actually in trouble here. The gearing is actually, oh, he just made it. Just out of that smoke, well, just out of the line of fire of the Shimakaze. KOTS Shimakaze is actually making a move here, but look at this. The Kremlin and the Stalingrad are working hard together against the REPOI Stalingrad and Kremlin. Both sides have this well down and pattern, but in terms of covering and actually using the islands as their shields. And looks like the Ragnar is actually still flanking on both sides here. Anything can happen will happen here. Don't know about you, but this is pretty full on. Wow. Okay. This is an interesting match because like the Ragnar is actually falling back from the C cap. D has been taken over by REPOI. They got 3 caps and REPOI is actually making a comeback. So anything can happen will happen here, folks. Alright, so anything can happen here, folks. This is a pretty intense battle. Wow, this is actually unreal. They're actually pushing up on both sides. The REPOI team are actually pulling back. And they definitely have the Napoli, Des Moines, and the gearing really pushing away from Bravo. But REPOI is actually struggling to hold the line, but look at these torps. They're actually coming in right at the rear behind them, and there's actually 2 waves of torps coming in towards the Kremlin and the Stalingrad. Stalingrad's position itself beautifully where it is, and it's actually has a good line of fire on the Ragnar at long distance, and look at those shots. That looks actually bloody impressive. And the Kremlin is actually just hanging in there, and looks like there's a possible 1 torp hit on this Kremlin. Maybe not. No, they just missed the torps. Just missed him. Fantastic. Alright, so looking good so far. I mean, like, looks like KOTS are making a desperate move. They're actually pushing in hard. The Kremlin is making a move. It's a bold move, but look it out. This is Ohio is actually taking a few hits here. Oh wow, anything can happen here. There's a lot of action going on both sides. There's a lot of action going here on both sides. Look at this. KOTS Ohio is actually making a move to decap. He's on his own, and he's got the Napoli trying to help him out. But there are a lot of people trying to ram each other here. Oh my goodness. This is a battleship to the finish. All the Montana and Ohio are gonna ram each other. This is unreal, folks. It is unreal. And bam, they are still in play. Oh, REPOI is still holding by a needle by a thread. But again, looks like the Torps are gonna ram each other again. Another ramming on both over decap. Unreal. So it looks like they're really hanging in. REPOI are holding on by a thread. Come on, who's gonna win in this? Because like there's Torps all over the place. The Stalingrad and the Kremlin on the KOTS team are making a charge. The Demoy actually coming in to try and flank from the rear, and all the Kremlin has actually deleted the Demoy and the KOTS team. Unreal. And there's a lot of gunfire going here. REPOI are moving in. REPOI are moving in. They've done a great job so far. Unreal. But that is a well played battle right there, and that, my friends, is, you know, REPOI right there, and then into the next round for the next battle. Anyway,
A sync. I don't know. It feels like KOTS wasn't really playing with comms open. Like that push from the Napoli and the Ohio just felt, yeah, it just felt weird. They threw 2 of their ships in piecemeal, sort of.
Well, to be quite honest, I thought that. So the Ohio was definitely delayed in that push. I mean, somehow I would say it probably after the delay and he wasn't in that zone fast enough. It kind of went the best way for them it could go by them being able to cancel each other. Because at that point in time, we obviously saw that the Nap was taken on the Nap. He had like 3k HP left. Went down to 1600. Was lucky to get the ram. But look, again, 9 times out of 10, REPOI, the KOTS team should have lost that 2-1 and taken away that Nap at the end. I think one thing I didn't really mention, one thing we haven't really mentioned is that Ragnar going in the middle. Kind of in my mind, we saw that counter push from the Stalingrad and the Kremlin coming down to the right-hand side from Charlie Cap through the middle. If that Ragnar was there, it would enable them to actually push in that corridor. Basically, it was too little too late in my mind.
Yeah, just out of sync. Like, what was that Ragnar pushing in there for, right? I know there was a push happening, but he pushed it in such a way that he was basically in a 2v1 situation against a Moskva and a Shimakaze. They knew where the enemy ships were, but they just, it was weird. I'm kind of, I don't really understand. Maybe someone from our panel would be able to enlighten us a bit more about that. I'm going to try and get the replay render sorted.
I've just seen your message too, Porky. Apologies.
So, my game completely locked up 2 seconds into the game.
So when you say your game locked up, did you have it where your game just crashed, or did you have it where your account said counts
just froze on me?
Okay.
Yeah, it's my PC. My PC's 1,000 years old.
Yeah. So Wolfgang, what did you think? Good sir.
That was a brilliant game. Didn't see the first kill until 14 minutes into the game, maybe 15. That was a very good game. I'm looking forward to the next one.
You know, I find it very hard to call these games because there's just so much, like there's nothing going on, and you can kind of call the tactics, and there's like 4 or 5 minutes getting into place, and then all of a sudden there's just 6 minutes of mayhem where you don't know which way it's going to go. Flip of a coin, someone dies over here, a ship falls to a torpedo, or Shimakaze gets a Des Moines. Swapping over sides, thank you.
They are, yeah.
What do you think, Rev?
mate, I was off my seat, like cheering them on for both sides, but at the same time, I was actually very, very astonished.
Wait, you were cheering both sides?
Yeah, I was cheering both sides. I love both sides.
Bloody centrist.
I was cheering for the umpires.
But, you know, like, to be honest with you, I mean, like, I was really happy to see how REPOI well played that, and they really did well in their teamwork and coordination. But as you said, I mean, like, I was wondering about where was KOTS' mindset at the beginning of the game? Because, like, I'm going like, hang on, you got the caps on those sides. Okay, I get you. But what's going on over in the middle, and also the push to, like, in the left-hand side? I just don't get it. It's just like...
Well, I mean, I actually think KOTS played the 1-2 line brilliantly. Did you see the HP they traded?
I know.
His REPOI. I mean, if anything, REPOI was struggling on that side, really coming out of that initial onslaught worse for wear. Basically, both their Des Moines and Napoli were combat ineffective by the end of that. So, but the problem that I had with KOTS was the BC push that needed to happen, because REPOI was able to take the both the center cap and the D cap pretty early on, so they needed to do a counter push. But that counter push was just, like I was saying, it just felt really out of sync. I have the replay rendered, but up by the way.
Okay, all right. Give me a second. I'll try to get that up right now. Yeah, I mean, again, it's not one of those games that was a demolishing. I think both teams played well, given the hands I were dealt. I mean, that's that push with the Ohio and the NAP. They come away with a win. That push from the Des Moines, sorry, the push from the Shimakaze to halt the Des Moines, and also the gearing at Bay at the back was phenomenal. Like, that was awesome. It was almost like, again, it was just a little bit of just a mistimed miscommunication, or just miscommunication in general, where it was almost like they weren't working in sync. Like, if that Shima could have known that they were going to push, he could have told that Ragnar that, hey, look, you need a rotation from I think it was the Stally pushing straight to the middle. He's broken through my torpedo line. You need to start to pull back, and that didn't happen. Then the Shima was basically fighting no longer 3 ships in one corridor, but 1 ship in one corridor. They had 2 ships to rotate out, and basically lost them. I mean, I wasn't like none of these games tonight have been demolishing by any means.
Yeah, they're really close, really close. It's just, I kind of feel bad for KOTS. I felt like they weren't playing their A game, and that's just such a shame.
I think they will bounce back in this next round. I think so, but we'll see. It's too soon to tell. But I think
we would have to hope so.
Yeah.
They would have to bounce back for this. There to be a third game.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like, in all seriousness, though, I mean, like, it was actually interesting that 2 teams didn't muck around at the start of what they were doing for the lineup. But as you said, the follow through was really not there.
Yep.
All right, let's have a look at this review. If everyone can change over that, if you have the